Hello everyone and welcome to our presentation. Together, Julie and I worked collaboratively with Alamos Gold on 2 medical surveillance programs. With the assistance of our mentors, who were Nathan, who holds a Master's of Science degree and is the Engineering Superintendent at Alamos Gold, and Coralie, who is the Health and Safety Superintendent at Alamos Gold, this project was successful.
Alamos Gold is a Canadian gold producer that was established in 2003. There are currently 3 locations, 2 of which are in Canada and 1 in Mexico. We completed our project with the Island Gold Mine in Duperville, Ontario. Island Gold is one of Canada's highest grade and lowest cost gold mines.
The aim of our project was to review and update existing policies on airborne disease and hearing conservation programs. Following the development of these policies, we were also asked to create quick reference PowerPoint education slides for the employees and audit sheets for occupational health use.
We used 3 methods to meet our project goals. The first method was conducting a literature review on hearing conservation and airborne contaminants. Many databases were utilized to conduct our search, such as PubMed, CINAHL, and Scopus. The search terms and Boolean operators used for the first policy were hearing conservation, or hearing protection, or hearing loss, and interventions, or safety, or best practice. The search terms and Boolean operators used for the second policy were airborne contaminants, or air pollution, or air quality, and workplace safety, or prevention, or interventions. Inclusion criteria were discussed, and we limited our search to within the last 10 years. Our second method was to utilize resources from the Ontario website to ensure that the policies were aligned with best practice guidelines and Ontario laws. Lastly, we spoke and met with our mentors on a weekly basis through face-to-face meetings and email to ensure our work was meeting the project goals.
The review and updating of the hearing conservation program at Alamos Gold is of great importance because staff and employees are often exposed to several workplace noises and sounds. Exposure of noise and sound can result in annoyance, decreased work productivity, and permanent hearing loss. Therefore, having a hearing conservation program in place can prevent these effects from happening. Updating the Airborne Contaminants program is also of great importance to Alamos Gold, as employees who work in mines are at an increased risk of being exposed to gaseous contaminants, airborne dust, diesel particulate matter, aerosols, mists, and fumes, which can lead to respiratory cancer and respiratory disease. The implementation of an airborne contaminants program can prevent workers from respiratory illness.
Our project produced 3 different deliverables. The first deliverable was 2 policy PDFs. Both policies had similar sections such as objective, scope, training and responsibility, references, overviews, engineering and administrative controls, definitions, training and worker notification, auditing, and PPE use. The second deliverable was 2 education PowerPoints. Each PowerPoint highlighted the most important parts of the policy as a quick reference guide. Examples include how to put on PPE and which PPE to use in certain situations. Lastly, 2 audit sheets were created for occupational health to ensure both program policies are being followed and enforced.
During this project, we faced a few barriers. The first barrier was working virtually on different schedules. We were able to combat this barrier through excellent communication skills and time management. Every week, Julie and I would find a time where both of us were not working to discuss the goals for that week. The second barrier was the time constraint of gathering information and producing our deliverables. Together, we were able to combat this barrier through open communication, setting deadlines, and the support from our mentors.
Overall, we are very grateful to have been able to receive this learning opportunity. This experience has strengthened our leadership skills and will be very valuable to any leadership position we are in the future. Through this experience, we were able to continue developing our teamwork and interprofessional communication skills, as our preceptors were not nurses and were actually an engineer and health and safety superintendent. Next, we developed our problem-solving skills and were able to work together under time constraints and pressure. Lastly, we now feel comfortable and more confident with conducting literature reviews and formatting policy documents, educational PowerPoints, and auditing sheets. Thank you for watching our presentation.